everybody, my name is Reason and today I'm back with another brand new video. I'm gonna make this okay. This should be fine. Alright. Today I'm back with another brand new video, and today in this we're gonna talk about why is it so hard for you to get like your first ever Lugia. No, not exactly getting your first ever Lugia, it's like getting your first good ever fruit. You know what I mean? Something like that. Alright, wait, is it doing right? Yeah, it's fine. It's like, okay, so everybody has go through this part of, I mean, all for those people, those who play this game, right, always have gone through the part where you need to work hard in order to get your first good devil fruit. Took me like 2 to 3 months to get my first ever good devil fruit, which is Mera, and I got it from someone carrying me. So that's another thing, and I only get it because someone was helping me. If he wasn't helping me, I'd probably still be stuck on trying to get a devil fruit as for now. I'm trying to talk as loud as possible, right? And these clips are only footage of the past, so don't really pay much any attention of it. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Getting a first Lugia is extremely hard. I mean, because from the disadvantage you are having back, you don't have any good fruits. You can only fight by kicking, which is Diable, Jamble, or Black Leg, or using sword, which is Master Style, Pro Style. Even, yeah, it's still very hard. And you cannot get devil fruits by using bucks, unless maybe your friends are probably selling devil fruits for you. But that's another thing, and that's actually illegal if you let the developers, the GPU developers know. That's another thing. And alright, as I was saying, getting a first Lugia, getting a first good devil fruit is too hard. Legit very hard, because okay, here it is. Okay, so in this game there's only 3 ways, or maybe 4, because you can count, you can also wait in VIP servers to get the fruits. So we're gonna go through one by one. First, okay, so this is from fruitless players' point of view, alright. So you only have 4 choices on how to get the fruits. First of all, ship farming. Secondly, which is wait in VIP servers waiting for the fruit spawn. Alright. And thirdly, which is doing dungeons. Dungeons is actually the best way as for now, but at the same time, it's also the most time consuming and the hardest one. And lastly, CBs and Kraken farm. Yep. Those are like 3 to 6%, I don't know. So alright. Maybe there's also a 5th decision, which is your friend giving you devil fruits. But right now we're talking about not getting devil fruits. We're talking about getting devil fruits through hard work, sheer hard work, alright? So alright. Okay, so first we have, okay, we just said it before. Shift farming. Alright, so right now in update 4, shift farming is technically very easy now if you have Kraken core or the CB's core, because you can basically almost just aim hit off the damn time and waiting for and just let your series and Kraken do the job, and you don't need to do anything anymore. Just sit there and maybe fix the ship and stuff. But if you don't have, I'm talking about if you don't have the Kraken core or the series core, you need to fight. You need to fight the ships with your own fighting styles, which is sword or legs, Black Leg or Diable Jamble. So yep, you are in a huge disadvantage. What can you do? So what are the suggestions I have? So alright, One shot style Dragon Blaze move could be very good in terms of shift farming, but only if the enemy shifts are the small ones, not the galleons. If it's the galleons, then you're gonna be at a world of trouble, alright? And what was I gonna talk about? Alright. Oh, okay, so one shot style Dragon Blaze, alright, and then the other moves are kinda useless in shift farming, because shift farming is mostly depends on your AoE skills, alright? For example, Mera Mera no means high can, and Pika Pika no means light kick, stuff like that. And okay, so tutorial style is yeah, no need to say anymore. Basically useless at all, cause alright, tutorial style there's actually AoE skills, but okay, it's very stupidly hard to hit them. Very hard to hit. That's what I can say. Rashomon drone need to use strike very hard to hit. On shift when they're moving around, it's very hard. Alright. So those are for the swords, and for the legs, not necessarily legs. There's also fishman karate, electric fighting style of those. But I'm just suggesting for what I have experienced, alright? So black leg, diable jamble, the demon blitz move. It's a good AoE skill that can use to kill multiple ships. I mean multiple enemies on the ship. But the same thing replies the same thing again. It only works when you're facing against those small ships, not the galleons. If it's a galleon, you're gonna be in a world of pain when you're facing against. I mean when you're using Diablo Jabber against galleons. Yep. Yep. That is the disadvantage of having no fruit at all and trying to get yourself a good level. So yeah, that's why for shift farming without Sea Serpent Core or Kraken Core, which is it's possible to shift farm with Kraken. I mean with Black Leg and Monster Style, but it's very hard, very hard, and especially when you don't have the Kraken Core and CB Core. It's very hard. That's what I can say. Alright, and then move on to CB farming and Kraken farming. Oh wait, what was second again? I don't know. Okay, no, not that yet. Second on this is what is it? Okay, waiting for fruits to spawn on VIP servers. I wouldn't exactly call it hardworking anymore because you're just waiting at all, like AFKing. So, I mean, it's a good idea, but it's kind of wasting your time because you're just AFKing and you're basically doing nothing. And you're not even guaranteed that you will get a kill. And you also need the Devil Fruit Unifier, which is either you buy the game pass which costs 6,999 bucks, or Unifier codes, but it doesn't last long. So there's that, and move on to the third strategy, which is dungeon farming. Alright, which is dungeon farming. Dungeon farming without a Devil Fruit is surprisingly you can actually pull it off. I'm saying okay, so with one shot style and two shot style, I still haven't figured out a way on how you can actually do that. Solo dungeons with one shot style, two shot style. As for now, for me, in my opinion, I don't think it's possible. Impossible to solo dungeons with one shot style, two shot style. Yeah, almost close to impossible. Alright, so that's those are for the swords. And move on okay, so the electro fighting style and the fifth rank karate Rokushiki, those you need to try for yourself. I never actually tried those before. And you can actually freaking solo dungeons on any map with Black Leg and Diablo Jamble. Yes, you heard that right, on any map. If you don't believe me, I made a full tutorial video on how to do it. If you have enough experience on using Black Leg and Diablo Jamble, you can actually solo dungeons on any map with Diablo and Black Leg. I'm not joking. You could actually do it. Alright, so I'm gonna link the video. I'm gonna show the video. It should be pop up on the right side, the top right side on the screen right there. Should be right there. And I'm gonna try to link the video description down below if I remember that is. I'm gonna try to remember. And you can actually pull it off, but you cannot make a mistake. I need to act fast. You cannot make a mistake at all. I'm talking about soloing dungeons, alright? I'm not talking about getting any help from anyone. I'm talking about solo, alright? Solo, not getting help from everyone. And of course you need a haki because it's common sense because the bosses, alright? And watch that video if you want to know why on how to solo dungeons with diable, jamble, and blackleg on any map. No YouTuber has made this video before. On any map, I'm talking about any map. The tropical jungle, the mysterious dungeon, and the Sky Island. Any map at all, any map. I'm talking about any map. You can actually pull it off if you actually do it right. Alright, that's for the third strategy, and for the last one, which is sea beast farming and kraken farming. Typically I play GPO for like 5 months. I never got a good devil fruit drop from those before, cause when I'm farming those, right, I mostly only farm those due to levels. I do to try to grind levels, right? Try to grind levels, or trying to get the sea beast or the kraken drops. Not mostly I don't go for fruits when I'm farming sea serpent or the kraken. So yeah, there's that. And if you wanna try and farm sea beast and kraken to get devil fruits, yeah, go ahead. But I don't really recommend you though, cause it's kind of hard doing it solo. It takes a lot of your time. Okay, for example, you can actually solo a kraken. Alright, sea beast is too easy. You can figure it out. You can figure it out yourself. Alright. Alright. So I'm just gonna talk about the kraken. Okay. So you're fruitless. So basically, you can swim. Yeah, you can swim. So you can solo the kraken with any fighting style, but it takes a lot of your time. Which fighting style takes the less of your time? I would say probably the swords or Diablo Jumbo. I would say those, or probably Fishman Karate. I don't know. I never used that before. But I mean, it's in the ocean, right? So yeah, probably. I don't know. So yeah, and my Winnie789 account, right? I use Tutu style when I'm gonna have fun, right? I always use Winnie789 Tutu style account, and that's actually quite fun at all. But I'm only doing it for fun, not for trying to get the fruits, alright? So there's that. So if you're not the sword kraken with fighting styles, then the same applies goes to the sea beast. Sea beast is very easy. If you're not the sword kraken, right? Soloing a sea beast is like a baby level. It's very easy. Because the kraken will like flung you all of the time and like spinning around, very annoying, stuff like that. And all of its moves, brick block, stuff like that. So yeah, and those are the four strategies on how to get the fruits. And alright, so now we're gonna talk about, okay, so those are the strategies you can get with fruitless solo. And yeah, it's very hard on how to solo dungeons with. I mean on how to get your fruits, your first good devil fruit. Like, alright, you see, not on average people we go to school or go to work, so we don't usually have much of the time spending on grinding for the devil fruits, and especially doing it alone, doing solo. If we have a friend accompanying you, then that will make it a lot way easier. But how should I say this? Alright, so there's a GPO Discord server, if you don't know, and you can join it and ask them for assistance if you want assistance on dungeons or keeps, something like that, and stuff like those. But but chances are they're gonna lie and steal the fruit from you. So yeah. Those selfish guys is just, you know, just get used to it, alright? Selfish people appears all the time, just to get used to it, alright? It's sad, but you need to somehow deal with it, alright? It's very sad, no? You need to somehow deal with it and stuff like that. So if you want to get accompanied by someone in order to get devil fruits, I suggest you do it with someone that you know a lot, like maybe your classmates or your like very close friends, stuff like those, people like those, or maybe your family. I don't know. Try to don't ask random people for help, cause no, I'm not telling you that you can't trust them, but it's very hard, as because me physically, I also got scammed before, you know, like people steal away their food just people steal away their food when they have asked for help. So yeah, it's very hard. Just the trusting issues is just, yeah, you need to somehow suck the gut and deal with it, or doing it solo, or you just need to do it solo. Yeah, that's the pain on how to get the first good devil fruits without using your first good devil fruit when you only have fighting styles and no devil fruits, and you can ask your friend to help, but it depends, because I don't think that most of them will like spend of the time and help you grind dungeons all the time, because I grind for devil fruits all the time, because it's kinda time confusing and you will get bored too sometimes. So yeah, basically you're probably just need to do it alone, but if you have someone accompanying you, then you're lucky then, I guess. So yeah, and that's probably all the hardships that I just said in order to get yourself a good devil, your first good devil fruit. Took me like 2 to 3 months to get my first good devil fruit, which is Mera Randomly. And I only got it because someone helped me in dungeons. Yeah, a very good friend of mine. I still need to thank him a lot. That guy is very awesome. If you're watching this, my buddy, you are very awesome, man. Thanks a lot for that mirror, alright? You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that guy who gave me a mirror. So yeah, and that's all. That's basically all for the hardships of getting your first good devil fruits. So if you need some assistance or some questions on asking on how or suggestion on how to get your first good devil fruits easier, maybe you can DM me on my Discord, or maybe you can ask me for help if I am free. So depends lah, alright, depends. And yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, that's basically all for today's video. And yeah, if those of you guys, right, if you're asking why I haven't been uploading a lot recently, because I wanna continue the story, but my friend Cole, they're just, I freaking message him like a bunch of times. He keeps ignoring me, so I don't know what to do. And my final exams were coming, so I need to focus on that too. So that kind of sucks, but it's over now and it's almost Christmas, so I'm gonna try my best to upload as much videos as possible as for you guys and stuff like those. So and also I'm also trying hard on working how to animate on Roblox Studio. Yeah, I just made my first short horror story, which is the school, the latest video lah. Maybe you guys can check it out. It's actually it's very hard to learn on how to animate stuff, but yep. Alright, that's basically all for today's video. If you have any other questions, oh my god, the Pika boss. Okay, if you have any other questions or or if you wanna ask, you can ask down in the comments down below, and I will be sure to check them on. All right, and or you can just DM me my Discord. So what? All right, so yeah, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. See you, the boys.